Hey friends, thanks for joining me. This week, we've been learning all about keeping our environment clean. And that means things like throwing away our trash in the garbage and not using so much plastic. Because one of the things that we learned is when we throw our trash on the ground, it can actually end up in the ocean. So I wanted to see what that would look like and what it takes to clean water once it gets dirty. I went around my neighborhood and found some trash, real trash, that once it rains, if I hadn't picked it up, would have gone into the ocean. So I want to see what happens when we put water in here, like when it would rain, and what we would have to do to clean that water so it's safe for animals and people. All right, let's figure it out. Well, friends, I have added water to our trash and look what happened to the water. It is dirty. There's stuff floating in it. It's a little bit brown and it certainly does not look healthy to drink or for animals to live in. So here is the rest of that water, and you can see all of the things that are floating in it. Some of the things are natural, like wood or a peanut shell, and those things are okay. But some of this is not natural, like bits of plastic and receipts, and we need to get all of that out of there if we want this water to be safe for an animal to live in or to drink. So we are going to make our very own water filter. And it's really cool because you can make this water filter out of things that are pretty easy to find. And it's a great way to reuse a plastic water bottle because that's what we're going to use to make our filter. So when you use your plastic water bottle, you're going to have to ask a parent or older family member to help you cut the bottom off the plastic bottle because you're not going to need to use that part. You're going to cut the bottom off the bottle and then you're going to get the rest of your materials. You need a clean jar or container for your filter. Your bottle's going to go right in there. It's going to drain into there. And to make your filter, you're going to need some pretty big rocks, some medium size rocks. This is called gravel, and some sand, which is really small rocks. And at the bottom of your filter, you're going to put either a paper towel or a coffee filter, and those are going to get out the really little bits. So I'm going to start my filter by placing my plastic water bottle inside my container so it will catch. Then I'm going to put 2 paper towels down into the bottom of my filter, right there. And you see how it's nestled in there? Inside that paper towel, I'm going to dump my sand. And my sand is going to help catch a lot of little bits of trash and gunk and stuff that we don't want in our water. I'm going to dump that sand right in there. And you can see my sand is right on top of my paper towel. Then it's time to add our gravel. These are medium-sized rocks, and they'll catch some of the medium-sized trash. Ooh, I should have separated my gravel and my big rocks before doing this. Silly Miss Walkie. Take my big rocks out. There we go. Now here's our gravel. We'll put our gravel right on top of our sand. And finally, we're going to put those big rocks in there. And these big rocks are going to catch our big pieces of trash. All right, so here is our finished filter. Beautiful. Now it's time for us to pour in our water and see what happens. Make sure you pour in your water slowly because it's going to take some time to get through the filter. You don't want to overflow it. There we go. Wow. Once the water is all through, now we can take a look at our new water. Now, is it perfectly clear? No, it's not. When professionals filter water, there's a lot more than this. But is our water cleaner than it was before we filtered it? Absolutely. I would not drink this water. We are just pretending to filter water, but it gives you a great idea of how much effort it takes to clean water that is pretty easy to get dirty. So instead of taking all this time to filter water, let's just work on keeping it clean in the first place. Thanks for experimenting with me, friends. I'll see you next time.